this video, I will show you a more new strategy when it comes in trading meme coins, and also a secret strategy you may not have heard, which I call the two-wave strategy in meme coin trading. However, you tend to see this kind of strategy only if you understand the technical analysis about meme coin, which in this particular video I will guide you through step by step. And if that interests you, all I want you to do is to support this video by liking this video, subscribe to the channel, and at least share this video to 5 individuals in your contact list. So without further ado, like I said, with the strategy I want to show you, you want to understand the meme coin technical analysis, right? Which is the price action, the flows, the volume of how the science of the technical analysis of meme coin works. And that's going to bring us to the next slide, which is what does technical analysis even do? Right now, charts are a reflection of people, right? All the candles you see are a lot of people like you and me buying and selling. And technical analysis is the science or art of studying those charts and looking for good patterns, right? There are ways trying to predict where the market is going, and based on the metrics. Right now, if you watch basically on this diagram, you want to see that once a meme coin tends to launch, this pump, this move is called an uptrend, and when it tends to correct, we call it a downtrend. And when you're seeing the charts just keep going sideways, we call it a sideways trend, right? That is what technical analysis is, right? All these candlestick you are seeing right here are like you and I buying and selling, in a particular pattern, right, on a particular meme coin. So basically, now you understand what technical analysis is and what it even does. Next one we're going to talk about is what a bad technical analysis is and a good technical analysis is. All right, so looking right here, you want to see I as well tend to put in a two different diagram, having a good technical analysis, which is same as TA, and a bad technical analysis. Now if you watch basically in this diagram, now first and first, a good technical analysis must be very simple, right? A up and a lower high, lower low, stuff like that, right? And also following the market mechanics, understanding chart as a bunch of people buying and also selling, right? And another thing that moves the market in meme coin, which is the most amount of impression that's come in the market where to buy more, is volume, right? So volume is one of the basic criteria that tend to move the meme coin market. And once you tend to see volume in a meme coin, you want to also enter, because as more people tend to buy, that increase the price and the market cap of a particular token, right? And if you watch basically right here, this is a VPRO, a volume profile visible of a particular token you're seeing right here. And once you see it at this zone basically right now, it shows that is a low volume, right? And once you see it at this zone right now, you want to understand that is a high volume. And you can see the diagram showing a high volume right here, and when it's going low, right, it tends to reduce, and that is a low volume node, right? So that is what it is in terms of volume base, right? And now, for example, let's say I open a chart right now. This is on Axiom Pro, and on this chart is called Labubu token. Now if you watch basically, this token is having a very high volume in buys, right? Which is to say a lot of buyers are entering the market as of this time. And there are two ways for you now for you to position yourself. Now once you see a lot of buyers buying the market, now if you're an investor which tend to enter the market early enough, this is the best time for you to as well sell right now. But if you're an investor who tend to see the market right now, or you're entering the market, all you want to do is also for you to jump in, because this is the best time. The whole buyer and signing is very parabolic. I don't want to lose out at this point. And when you start seeing the volume dropping, trust me, you want to leave that particular token, or you want to therefore sell off your token, because definitely it will tend to dump. And that's how the technical analysis of meme coin works. And I'm going to be showing you the two-wave, what it is, as we proceed in this particular video. And guys, if you understand what I'm explaining in this video, I will appreciate you tend to like this video, subscribe to the channel, turn on the bell notifications so you're notified. And if you're not started using Axiom Pro, the link will be in the description section. Make sure you tend to use it. And now let's say you want to add the VPRO. All you want to do is to come to the FX right here, and if you watch it, this is the VPRO you're seeing right now. Unless I take it off, I want to add it, you could just come to FX, and then you come to the search and search for VPRO. right? This is the volume profile visible range. You tend to see what the action is, like where the high volume is and where the low volume is. That is what the work of the VPR does. So now you've understand that. Now let's go back to our slide. Now coming back right now on BAT technical analysis. Now these are, you can say, B or end or approach, head and shoulder and all this stuff. So you want to understand that all this head and shoulder, double top, double down, flag patterns, and bunch of them doesn't work on meme coin. Trust me, you can't try to predict, okay, this is a double top, this is a flag pattern in meme coin. Trust me, what move the market in meme coin is volume. Once you're seeing the high volume in the meme coin, that is where you tend to sell off if you've bought the token early enough. But if you've not gotten the token early enough, that is where you tend to buy, right? The volume is what move the meme coin. All the head, double bottom, and flag patterns doesn't work in meme coin, right? So that is that. Now coming back right now on volume, the story that volume tell us. Now volume is an indication of how many people want the coin, right? And is directly tied to its price. Now, no volume on a particular coin, there is no opportunity for price discovery, right? The token will not be seen on trending, it will be seen on top charts, on phantom trending, and top 1, 2, 3, and top 10, right? And the holders plus volume growing, we are going to places, which is to say, if there is much holders on a particular coin and then it increases what the volume, which is to say those holders will tend to promote the token and then buy more token. Other people will tend to see the token, and that way a coin is tend to pump to the moon, right? And volume across price levels is one of the most powerful trading indicator. Now let's say I open up this particular chart right now. This is on Axiom Pro, and then you want to see the VPR like I showed you initially. Now if you want, basically you can see how the volume is, and which is to say people as well buying from this zone right here. You're seeing my cursor to this point, and from this point right here, as more people are buying, this token is tend to see on trending, it's tend to be seen on on the top list of the chart, right? And also seen on phantom trending and other exchanges and DeFi's, right? And that way more people are seeing the token, that way more people are going to be buying, and also we're going to be making money for ourselves, and the market price or market capitalization of the token going to be increasing, and going to make money. So now you understand what it means regarding volume, what a bad TA is, a good TA is, and also what you understand how technical analysis works in meme coins. I'm going to go ahead and show you how the two waves works in meme coins, right? And that being said, if you're enjoying this video, like I said again, make sure you're liking this video, sharing this video, subscribe to the channel, so if you want to be seeing more amazing videos like this in the channel, right? So with that said, so if I come right now, the two wave, so this is what it is, right? And this two wave is something that if you are a meme coin trencher and you've been in this space for a long time, this is what really happened in the meme coin space, right? What happened is, first and foremost, in accumulation is a pump from migration and inside buyers, right? This is where the token is at a starting point, whereby pump from migrate. Maybe for a migration you need a token to be from 70,000, it migrates to dexscreener, and also they made the payment and stuff like that, and the token starts pumping, right? And also insiders buyers, those cabals and stuff like that. So this is where we call it the accumulation. Now after this phase, we have what we call a first leg, right? Now the first leg is most of the times where most influencers tend to see it, and JIT sells, right? Most of these insiders tend to sell at this point, causing a pullback, and also coin gains what a traction, and that way attention from alpha groups, right? And like I said, most of the influencers will tend to see it from this point, and then when they tend to see it, they will buy before letting we the audience or you watching this video tend to buy, right? And if you're someone who didn't tend to see this token at the first leg, trust me, if you tend to see the token after first leg being taken out, what happened, the chart will be structurally weak. People start taking what their profit. People like that of the guys who the insider buyers, the alphas, the alpha group guys, the influencer will start taking profits, and KOS and pump from buyers will start selling, price will start falling, right? Now after which this has happened, what will happen, it will take another low, right? Now this low, basically it will not give a very minimal second leg, leg, and trust me, this second leg most of the time does not take out the first leg. What happened then? This is where most of us who watching this video tend to enter the market at this zone, and anticipating that this token will tend to take off the second leg and then we'll make money. And trust me, this particular thing has happened to me countless time, and I get being rogued, and at the same time I lost money, right? And once you tend to see a token at this point, what happened? The second wave, I call it the dead cat bounce. Dump money buys in, which are you who don't know what is happening. You tend to enter the market, and what you're saying, you're trying to say, okay, this has taken out make a low, which is to say it has dipped a bit, and what are you expecting for it to pump? Fine, it will tend to pump, and at this pumps it should be maybe 2-3x, and after this 2-3x of pump, what happened? The coin dies totally, right? And this is how the meme coin space works. Now what you want to do basically is for you to be very active, and then make sure you catch the coin on insider buyers, pump for migration, and at least before it takes its first leg. Now let me show you a very chat example what I'm just talking about. Now let's say I open up this right now, and let me take this right here to this zone. Let me make this on 15 minutes. Let me make it 30 minutes. Now if you work basically on this token, this token has been around for like 7 months or so, if you can watch the chart right now, but all of a sudden it stopped pumping. But due to one or two hype, guys who were holding the token, now if you watch, nothing happened, right? And this is why you want to understand that volume tends to move the meme coin space, right? Not any technical analysis form of stuff or any double head flag pattern and all this stuff bunch you tend to see on altcoin trading and forex trading, right? Now if you come right here, you can see this coin has died for some while, and what happened? Maybe 1 or 2 news happen, and then it starts taking action, right? And then maybe CTOs happen, community takeover, and then people start pushing out this token, right? And if you watch, basically alpha start jitting on it, they start buying, and what happened? Because people are alpha start jitting on it, what happened? Promotion happens, and what happened? Boom, pump to the top. Now if you watch basically right now, if you see the VPR right here, the VPR happen as this zone, which you can see that the high volume happening, and that's what the high volume that pushes this token from what it is, from this let's say this zone of 7 to 8 million to over 36 million market cap, making a lot of people a lot of money, right? Is that easy? And now if you watch, basically is not dumping from this zone, right? No, at this point now, those individuals who enter the market early, people like the alpha kikoers and alpha group guys and the insiders, currently at this point right now, they are now taking profit. Now maybe let's say you tend to see this token on your FYP, you'll be like, okay, let me wait for this token to retest to this zone and then I buy. Now what will happen if this token tend to retest at this zone you buy? Now it won't pump to this all-time high of 36 million, let's say to 40 million, which it went. No, what will happen? It will just pump a bit. Let's say maybe if it dumped to, let's say 19 million, it would definitely pump to from 19 million or 15 million to maybe 25 million, and what will happen? It will now dump drastically. Trust me, it's happened countless times on different coins. I'm telling you from someone who has lost a lot of money in the meme coin space, and also still losing a lot of money, and also making a lot of money from the meme coin space, right? So you just want to understand this strategy. So when you lose out on a coin, when there's no much volume, and then you see that the volume is reducing, all you want to do is to tend to leave that token, right? And whoever that tend to buy from this zone when this token tend to dump, you are the dump money buyers, right? You are the small buyers, the guys who as well tend to see this token when the hype is already going, right? So if you tend to buy that zone, trust me, losing money is just you. And what happened? The coin will just pump a bit and then die off, right? And you tend to lose your money. So you just want to catch a token at its accumulation phase before maybe the first leg, or at least the first leg, then you follow the QoS to take profit at the same time, right? So basically that is how the two-way model works. So if you are certain to understand this two-way model, trust me, you won't be losing out on money. And guys, and that's how it is basically. And if you also enjoyed this video, you enjoyed how I get it through step by step on what it is regarding technical analysis on meme coins, all I will appreciate you do is to like this video, subscribe to the channel, turn on the bell notification, and don't forget to comment what you think, your question, and how much you've lost in the meme coin space lately, and if you've been profitable for the past 7 days or 30 days. I'm curious to know, and you want to go ahead and leave all your comments in the comment section. That being said, if you want more videos regarding meme coins, also make sure you subscribe to the channel, turn on the bell notification, like this video, and at least share this video to more individuals who tend to see this video. And until I see you in my next video, keep winning, stay safe, and peace.